Hey guys, Hooked of Blueprint here, and today I've got an awesome video for you all. The Ram Rider is the newest troop in Clash of Clans. Unfortunately, it's a seasonal troop. I say unfortunately because I actually think it's a really cool troop. It brings something completely unique to the game, and it's quite balanced, and it's extremely fun to use. And if you're wondering how you should best use them, this is the video for you. Today we're going to watch Soham doing Queen Charge Ram Riders in High Legends. This is inside the top 1000 here against some of the toughest bases there is, using the army extremely effectively. Let's get into the first attack. So, a really ugly ring base here. So, Soham's got the blimp out, as you can tell right here. And he's going to be doing a Yeti Bomb just straight onto this single. Anytime you can Yeti Bomb and get a CC pull and a single Inferno down, win-win. So we'll zoom on in. Blimp makes it pretty safely. There is the double Sam there. That's kind of to stop blizzards, probably, more so than the Yeti Bomb. So look at that. Yeti's doing their thing. Now, unfortunately, Yeti mites really struggle in the poison, so there was no point in raging the Yeti Bomb here. I think that's something that's important to know for you all. If there's a poison tower, generally not worth it. But if there isn't, you can always get good value. Now, Soham does bring his own Yeti outside of the blimp in this army, and he uses it as a funnel. I'm not the biggest advocate of the Yeti, but have a look in all the attacks today, and you'll see he definitely gets some good use out of it. Look at this wall break. Woo! Such a good wall break. The Yeti gets that mortar down, and that's huge, because it's gonna force our queen in here. The funnel has been set, and I'm gonna pause it here, because you just have a look at their unique ability. If you don't know the Ram Rider unique ability, it'll be extremely obvious here. They go straight through the very first wall, and they actually slow down the first defense. They don't, well, they stun it, but they don't stop the defense shooting completely. It shoots at like 50%. I actually don't know the exact number on that one. But look, Ram Rider's coming in. We rage, and look at it. They're actually still pretty healthy. We pop the Warden to stop the giant bombs and the Town Hall. The Ram Rider's got 2,100 hit points at Town Hall 15. It's not an insane amount of hit points, but it's just enough that you can blitz through the core of the base. Now, obviously, getting out of the core is going to struggle. Soham's only bringing one heal with this army, and I would actually recommend only one heal, because look at his queen. His queen is still up now because he's brought 4 rages for her. Kind of treat this like Queen Charge Hogs, essentially. And look at this. This is absolutely wrecked. We haven't even used the king. Now, the king will be an interesting thing to note throughout this video, because one problem with Queen Charge Hogs, for instance, is what you do with your king. You can use it in a funnel of the queen, but if you don't, he's kind of used for trash. But as you can tell, the Ram Riders actually break through the first wall, so you can send your king in with the Ram Riders if you want, because they open up the first layer, and you will see in a few of the attacks today that Soham does exactly that. Swagging the queen ability. What a great start to the video. Let's get into the next replay. Okay, so another ring base here, but yet again, look at this. We've got the CC near where we want to charge with an annoying single Inferno in front of it. So what do? We're going to invest the blimp. Now, we do have to be careful here, because obviously there's plenty of rooms for seeking air mines here, and if the blimp pops here, we might not get that single Inferno down. So send in the 2 test loons. We find no Sam, so we're feeling pretty confident at this stage. The blimp's going to go in nicely here. Now, the blimp doesn't get insane value because of a really nice NATO there from the defender, but even then, we're still going to get the single down. Now, unfortunately, look at this. We leave the ground bow on 1 health. What can you do? Unfortunately, that ground bow is going to be a bit of a pain. Yet again, the Yeti use, not to insane value, but think of it, right? You couldn't use a baby drag over there because of the air defense, so the Yeti and the Wizard just going to put in good work there. Look at this. The Ram Riders here. This is so smart. Have a look at this. Look at that! So if he sent a wall break from here, right? He has no idea where it's going to go. The wall break could go anywhere because there's just no closed compartments. If anything, it's going to go over here or right here. So, what he does, he targets the ground bow with the Ram Rider, and look at it, the Ram Rider's open this wall. This is what a lot of pro players are doing at the moment. They're using a Ram Rider as a more reliable wall break. And look at it. The Queen's going to step right in here. You couldn't have guaranteed she would have done that before, but now she will. And even better, I didn't even notice this the first time I watched it. This poison tower did not shoot at the Queen. Replay a little bit. This poison tower shot at the Ram Rider that died, and that means our healers are not going to get in the poison tower radius. Have a look at this. Healers sitting comfortably outside. King and RC putting in great work. Wall breaking nicely. And he's going to start all the Ram Riders from the top. The Queen's just chilling. And look at this. Ram Riders come in from the top. We heal early because we want to save the Warden for the later part. Queen gets the Town Hall down. The King's even still alive somehow. And look at this Warden ability. The Diggy on the Monolith is absolutely insane. And we haven't even used the Warden. Also, I'll pause again. How important was it that that first poison tower didn't shoot at our healers? If the poison tower shot at our first set of healers, the healers are now dead. But because only one poison tower shot at them, they are still alive and keeping our Queen up and going. The Warden ability was so late, it's so handy. Unfortunately, our King's landlocked. The Ram Rider ability only goes for the first defense, but that doesn't matter. I mean, look at it. It's crushed. And that is the benefit of this Queen Charge Ram Rider army, right? You don't need 4 wall breakers like you did in the past. I believe Soham's bringing 3 with this army. It could even be 2 though, because you can just use the Ram Riders as a wall break of their own. We'll have a quick look at the army here. Yeah, 3 wall breakers instead of the normal 4. So you save on 1 wall break, and it just means you can bring more of your main troop. Switching it up to a box base here. Box base is actually the most common type of base in high legends. I know for most of you in like mid legends, it's still the ring bases, but the box base absolutely still meta up top. Now, I wanted to show you this attack because I don't think Soham does anything particularly special with the Ram Riders in this, but this shows the Ram Rider ability better than any other attack, and it also shows the potential for the Ram Riders. So, doing the old school approach here to the box bases, in where we Flame Fling at the scatter comp and Queen charge the back end. Pretty simple stuff. Queen will hopefully step in this gap. Look at this Yeti, by the way. This Yeti will do an elite job of looking for Teslas, looking for giant bombs that might be there to stop our Flame Flinger. Now, unfortunately, our Queen's going to get absolutely wrecked here. Look at all of this damage. The Flame Flinger is actually on the Queen. We're pretty lucky there that our Queen doesn't die through her ability. The Monolith does that so often, but she's alive and well for now. Ice Golem is heading towards our Flame Flinger, but changes at the last second, and the Flame Flinger actually opens the next layer of walls, which is normally a bad thing, but we're going to turn it into a good thing here by starting the King super early to force the Queen into the core. King on the right-hand side. Titan finally comes out. Now, we haven't seen anything from the Ram Riders yet, obviously, because he hasn't needed to. He's been able to wall break pretty well here, but you'll see what he does with the Ram Rider in a second. So, got all these wall breaks. Going to do the King and the RC together. And I should add, obviously, Ram Riders only shoot defenses. So, if you're going into a lot of defensive heroes, you need Headhunters or your RC. But you'll notice on this base, the only defensive hero up is this RC over here. So I can tell you he's coming in with the Ram Riders over here, and he won't need his RC with them. He's only got 1 Headhunter, but he won't need the RC because there's no defensive heroes. Alas, you do like to have it just in case there's skeleton traps, but going with something different here because Soham wants the RC and King to clear out the whole side. Watch this Ram Rider. Watch this Ram Rider. It's quite simply ridiculous. Opens up so many walls. Now, the point of that Ram Rider was to potentially go after that single Inferno in the core and just stun it to give his Queen more time and to stop using a freeze. Doesn't exactly work out this time, but it is a valiant attempt. You will see him use it a bit more in some of the later attacks, and I think this is where the Ram Riders go to the next level. And look at this. Ram Riders through the Town Hall. Do you think it works? Let's have a look here. Pops the Warden ability. The Poison's obviously putting in huge work, but our RC's still up on the top side. The Ram Riders are losing their health pretty quickly, but 2100 is just enough to get through the Town Hall and the entire compartment after that. Our RC's still up on the top side with the Diggy. Our Queen is still up. It's not an overkill. Box spaces are really difficult, but I mean, look at it. We still got a queen up, still got both their Yetis up. Our RC and Diggy is alive. Pretty confident triple there, and a really nice attack. Obviously, didn't get the most out of the Ram Riders. I just wanted to show you that one Ram Rider running through the core. I just think it's so cool to have a unique ability in Clash of Clans. Okay, back to ring bases. I know you're like hooked. It's all well and good versus a box base, but I need to see more rings. I will deliver. Now, this is the benefit of the Yeti. This is probably the most value you'll see from a Yeti in the all of the attacks. I'm aware he started his queen, but I want to show you this quickly. Because look at the value this Yeti gets. Looking for traps for the flame flinger, but just before it dies here, look at it. It finds a Tesla. That Tesla could have absolutely wrecked our flame flinger, but alas, our flame flinger is safe, and we know that for sure. Watch this headhunter. This is one of the best headhunters you'll ever see. So the headhunter comes in perfectly timed, but look at this. Look at this poison tower. It sees the headhunter and it shoots, and we are going to deal with the Hound CC outside of the poison. Imagine if we were in the poison dealing with that Hound CC. It could take like 45 seconds, and you just don't have that sort of time. We've only got 3 minutes in an attack. Particularly because it's the Hound and the Ice Golem, because you'd have to poison early to stop that Ice Golem putting in work. Then obviously the pups do their thing. Now, before we watch the Ram Riders do their thing, I want to point out, have a look at this, right? Soham is aware that there is this wall that breaks the ring here, and this is so important for him because the Queen's going to get here, and she can't go further around the ring. The wall's there, so she's actually going to step perfectly in. It's a perfect Queen charge from him, understanding how to use the Queen on these ring bases. And that's why you don't generally put those walls there if you're trying to stop a Queen charge. So Ram Riders come in from the top, King on the left-hand side. Essentially, the King's just funneling them into the core of the base. Ram Riders doing their thing. We heal early. In the past with Hogs, I'm actually going to pause it again, I'm so sorry. But one thing I like about Ram Riders versus Queen Charge Hogs is with Queen Charge Hogs, because they've got such little hit points, you have to pop the Warden ability immediately. It doesn't really matter how much damage is on the base, it's always going to be too much. Obviously, they move through the base quickly, but you have to pop the Warden early. These Ram Riders, you can heal first, and 2100 hit points plus the Warden aura is just enough, right? And then you can save the Warden ability for the core of the base when the going gets tough. And look at this. Completely negates that defensive Queen. We have to freeze. That's a great freeze, by the way. Gets the multi. Also, look, this Flame Fling is still going. Crazy value. It got down the Eagle. Keep that in mind. Fortunately, we have to pop our Queen. Now, he is going to put down the Invis for his RC here because he thought she'd go up to the Multi-Inferno. Unfortunately, she does not, and she will die to the defensive King here. RC ability goes off. Balloon will not quite get the multi down, but I mean, look at it. Yeah, the King and the multi will take down the remaining Ram Riders, but there's just too much up. 2 Yetis, the King, and our Warden, along with the Yak. There's 3 pets up, actually. Just gonna get over the line. Really nice attack here, just showing that it doesn't really matter if you send them into giant bombs, multis, you can hang on to that Warden ability till you absolutely need it. This base is filth. Absolute filth. Now, unfortunately, I don't really know what Soham was thinking here. It's not the brightest moment he's ever had. Just kind of putting the Flame Flinger on top of the Queen when there's 2 Wizard Towers, which do splash damage. So, probably one of the first mistakes in the video, and yet have a look at the amount. Now, he uses a Ram Rider. It's so smart to slow down one of the Wiz Towers, but look, his Flame Flinger's already taken so much damage. Now, he's doing the Queen and the Flame Flinger together. I don't really know why. I can make some cases. Look at this Ram Rider, though. So smart. A, it opens up the walls in case his Queen wants to go in, but B, it just slows down that Multi-Inferno. And you'll see why. Also, actually, it activated the Poison Tower. Are you guys beginning to now see what you can do with this troop? This troop's so cool. And obviously in Legends League, you don't really get the chance to plan your hits out. You've only got the 30 seconds and you've got a default army. But think of it in a war setting, right? think of what you can do if you plan it. You can activate poison towers deliberately and quite consistently. You've seen it in 2 of the attacks today. Imagine if you can plan out the hit. But you can also go after, as you'll see in a second, single Infernos. Now, it will not stop your single Infernos from shooting the Queen, but it will slow down their charge up rate. So we'll see if he can get it off in a second here. Unfortunately, this Queen charge has just gone horrifically wrong. Only 1 healer left. Even though we used the Ram Rider and the Freeze on the multi, if there's a million red bombs, not much you can do. And look at this. Bam! Slowing down that single Inferno. It's so good. I love this troop. This is potentially the best troop Clash of Clans have brought out in years. So, you know what? Respect where it's due to Clash of Clans. We're going to come in with our main push down the bottom. We save 2 Ram Riders for the right-hand side because we're trying to funnel all of our troops into the core. Heal and then the Warden ability any second. We freeze the Town Hall and the Invis Tower, but it's really the Town Hall. What a great Warden ability. We don't have too many Ram Riders left, but we have 4 heroes here. Queen gets rid of the Invis Tower, but unfortunately that triggers it. We Invis and Rage again, and we're just pushing through really nicely here. I think our last Ram Rider has gone down. They're not too tanky. If you run into bases with insane compact damage, you will run into some trouble, right? But they bring so much more than just like a spam into one area of the base, as we've seen in this attack. Slow down defenses, pull, open the walls, pull poison towers. The things you can do with this troop is unlike any other troop we've ever had. And unfortunately, I think you can all see what's going to happen here given the clock. He still has his Queen ability. That was absolutely a triple, but the Invis Tower coming in too strong. But think of this attack. The Queen charge got nothing. We were down to 1 healer. I'm going to leave just so we stop hearing the white noise in the background. But we were down to 1 healer early on, and these Ram Riders just put in absolute work. Now, we've seen Soham do it. Can I do it? I doubt it. Okay, I'm bringing in a similarish army to Soham, but I've dropped the Yeti. Obviously, you saw the Yeti get value, but I want to bring in 13 Ram Riders, because we got to commit for content, right? Now, this is a teaser base. That's pretty handy. We didn't see any in the video. Obviously, anytime you see this on a teaser base, the answer is simple. And look at that. We didn't even have to use the poison spell. So we can save that for the second half of the attack. It's just anytime you can get rid of a CC for free, why wouldn't you? The CC is incredibly valuable. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. I will admit, I have still got a bit of a cold. The COVID is still running through me. So if I make some mistakes, I'm sorry about that, but we're trying our best here. Now, single Inferno behind the Town Hall, never nice, but that's okay. And we're actually just going to start our Ram Riders nice and early here. See if we can force the Queen in. She's not really going in, but not much we can do about that. Let's go with the Battle Drill. Why not? Our Queen ability has gone off. We pop the Warden. That's actually a really good Warden, but look at this. Our troops are split a million ways. This is not a how-to on, using the army. This is definitely not a how-to. But you're going to see the work they can put in here. We're just absolutely barreling through the bottom of the base. And look at it. We're just opening all these walls. We're going to super wall break again for our king. Why not? RC on the top side doing our own thing. And I mean, this is wrecked. This is so wrecked. We can use the poison spell whenever we want. Diggy, stop the single Inferno. Oh my word, that Diggy's so clutch. And I mean, it wasn't a good base, obviously. I can't really pick the bases I go up against, but I wanted to show you this anyway. Because, if anything, this army's just fun. Like, look at the base. It looks ridiculous with all these broken walls. We'll just put that all there. With all the broken walls, it's just a fun troop to use, and I'm going to petition Supercell. Keep this troop in the game. If it's too strong, if you believe it's too strong, nerf it a little bit, because even if it gets nerfed a little bit, people are still going to use it for those wall breaks, for the stuns, and for activating spell towers early. What do you guys think of the troop, though? That's really what matters. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of the troop? Have you been using the Queen Charge version of this army? Or there's also a Blizzard Ram Rider that's really strong. Let me know. I'm all ears, but that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe I'll see you soon.